Bitcoin. Now it's funny. I always make notes about the Sunday prep stuff so that I don't forget to talk about certain things. And I did this on Friday, right? Right after the market closed on Friday, I kind of put together my Sunday prep so I could enjoy my weekend. And the note I made was, I'm actually beginning to wonder if we see 15,000 on this in the very near term. And that was on Friday. Right? We like seriously almost tested it since then. And obviously that level is very, very much in play. But I want to pay attention to one thing, and that is the monthly chart and looking at Bitcoin in general from the peak to the trough, like the very all-time lows to the very all-time highs. We're going to have this level down here right around 15,000, right? It's going to be your 78% retrace of the whole freaking move. And obviously, I don't, I'm not sitting here trying to act like fibs are some voodoo magic thing. Obviously, most indicators are just self-fulfilling prophecies. The more people that have their eyes on it, the more likely that indicator is to have those levels hold. But Bitcoin, I've talked about this a lot since we've been following it. And one of the things about it is that, and not just Bitcoin, actually, crypto in general, really, really follows technical analysis very well. Why? Because that's really all they have to go off. It's not like a stock that has, all these underlying fundamental metrics. It's just it's a currency, and there's a lot of speculation, and really the only thing they have to go off of is technical. So it behaves very, very well based on technicals. So, there's a lot of levels. This really, I don't trade crypto, guys, and I say this every week, but I do trade the equities that follow it. So the Coinbases, the Maras, the Riots. There's a lot of different equities that I trade, but the only trade I see in any of them at the moment is short on any kind of rallies back into that 28,000 level that was where it cracked, right? Like, I'm not trying to scoop things down here as this thing flushes. Now, whether or not you're a crypto guy and you want to buy crypto and you're looking for somewhere to get involved, the one thing I will say about this is, and this is something I had to learn the hard way from, almost a decade of trading the markets, is you don't want to be the first one in. We don't need to pick the bottom. I see all these people wanting to like dollar cost average into Bitcoin or whatever. And, let's go back to, I want to go back to this first major run back here. I had friends that bought up in this range and they held through this whole thing, and they didn't know anything about trading. And they kept saying, like, let me know when I should add to my Bitcoin so that I can, have a better average. And, one of my best friends had, I want to say it was like a 16,000 average. And I still have like the screenshot of the text. I wish I had put it in the Sunday prep so I could show you guys. But I have a screenshot of the text message. And the text message was right in here when we broke over these levels. It was like 4,400 or something. I remember it. And so it wasn't until here. Now, you could have been buying here and here and here, and you're just playing guessing games. It wasn't until price did what? Started making higher lows, started to build a base, and then pushed. Was it that you had the ability? It doesn't mean you're going to be right, but for the first time since that downtrend started, you had the ability to buy Bitcoin where your risk was defined, right? If you buy it here, you're wrong here, right? Because that's the only way a downtrend can end, is higher lows and higher highs. So if this happens and then we lose these levels down here, then you are able to black and white, clearly, rationally, objectively say your idea was wrong. Until you see that happen, you're just trying to catch a falling knife. And that's what all this was. At no point during this whole downtrend did you have the ability to say, if this, then that. Like, you could say, like, I'm clearly wrong if we lose these levels, right? So why am I pointing that out? Well, because you're going to get the same type of thing happening way over here. Now that we're in this downtrend, you're going to have a ton of people trying to catch a falling knife. Why? Why not wait until the chart does this type of price action over here? Builds a base, puts in higher lows, and then curls and goes. I don't know where that'll happen. It might happen at 15K. It might happen at 10K. It might happen at 5K. But if you're buying it at 20,000 because you're just trying to say, I don't know where this will happen, it could go to 5K and you're just, you're super upside down. You're super mad at yourself. Learn how to read a trend. Learn how to understand what the author is writing. That is how you can spot reversals. I mean, and listen, I'm not trying to pick on the crypto guys because the whole stock market is going through this exact same thing right now. We've entered a bear market, we're in a downtrend, and you got people trying to call a bottom. Why are you trying to call the bottom? Let the author tell you when the bottom is in. All you have to do is be patient. If we're making lower highs and lower lows, the path of least resistance is down. So stop trying to catch a falling knife. And like I said, I'm hoping you guys understand, I'm not picking on crypto guys because I see the same thing happening in the market, the general market. All right, so that was kind of, sorry, I didn't mean to spend that much time on Bitcoin, but sometimes I got to rant. All right, let's get into the sector analysis, guys. Here's your barchart.com. This is the matrix, the short-term matrix, meaning it's just a quick look at the sectors and how they performed last week, over the last month, and over the last 3 months, right? This is the first and biggest red 5-day period we've seen on energy